What's up, Tyler from Plugged On? I'm here with an album review. This time I'm going to talk about the new album from Dragonforce titled Extreme Power Metal. This is the follow-up to 2017's Reaching Into Infinity, and this is the 8th album from Dragonforce. So if you can't tell by this album title, if you don't know Dragonforce, they are a power metal band. And when they first announced this album, in the title, in the artwork, I was like, oh my goodness, this is going to be interesting, because I've enjoyed Dragonforce. I enjoy them more and more over time, to be honest with you. I'm a big power metal fan. I know power metal isn't for everybody. It's cheesy. It can just be incredibly corny, but I love it. I love the big vocals. I love the melodies. I love the guitar work, everything. It just gets me fired up so many times. And so hearing that, I'm like, this should be interesting. And to me, this is by far the best album that Dragonforce has done with Mark Hudson since he joined the band in 2011. This is the 4th album they've done with him. And this is probably one of my favorite Dragonforce albums. Just because it just goes for it. I mean, not saying that they have never done power metal, because obviously they very much have, but they just don't give a flying fuck on this album, and everything just kind of comes together. So if you're into that super cheesy power metal, you're going to love this. If not, I definitely recommend just turning this review off and just not even bothering. So, yeah, I mean, I just think there's so many great tracks on here and a lot of just very fun songs. I mean, it starts off with Highway to Oblivion, which I think is a good one. Very much just a straightforward power metal song of, you get your real kind of chanty but fun choruses, and the pre-chorus is pretty interesting, and, you got that speed during the chorus. It's a fun song. It doesn't, I enjoy listening to it, but it doesn't blow me away like some of the other ones do. Like, for example, the next one, Cosmic Power of the Infinite Shred Machine. So good. There's so much incredible guitar work on here from Sam Totman and Herman Lee. Right before the verse comes back, there's just a really incredible guitar melody, but then right before the solo, like, that guitar harmony just fucking rips and has this just incredible energy behind it. And of course, the soloing's great on it. It's a Dragonforce album. These guys are super talented. They're going to bring the shred, and on this song they bring the shred. They just bring a lot of great guitar work to it. The vocals are fucking awesome. It's just such a good song. To me, I put this album on, I'm like, okay, Highway to Oblivion, not bad, but then this song hit, and I'm like, okay, I am really, really interested in what the rest of this is. And then you get to what I think are 2 of the best songs on this album. My personal favorite song on it is The Last Dragonborn. It's just so good, and I like it because it's Dragonforce. They're slowing things down. They're bringing in a lot of atmosphere to it. On more of a keyboard sounding side. It's just the guitar work during it as well. I just love the chunkiness of the verses. And then the chorus just gets me fired up every time. It's such an incredibly powerful chorus. No pun intended. It's just, it's a fantastic, very much well put together song. There's just little things all over the place in this song that just get me going every time. Heart Demolition is another one. They released this before the album came out, and I think this one, in terms of just, having a lot of the energy and just a really fantastic chorus, really brings it together. And that's the thing, when you're a power metal band, sometimes I feel like it can be hard to have choruses that sound very distinct, and from one song to the next you can go, oh, that's that one, oh, that's that one, or they get stuck in your head. It can be hard to do that just because of maybe some of the constraints of the genre, gotta sound real big. But I feel like they've done a really great job on this album, just making everyone sound very distinct. Then in Heart Demolition, I think, is a standout one to me, and the guitar work on that song is great as well. Then you get to just some super corny stuff that I like listening to. Troopers of the Stars, the way that song starts out, I'm like, all right, this is corny as fuck, but whatever, I'll take it. That one's fun. Razorblade Meltdown is another one that I thoroughly enjoy, the chorus in that song. But then you get to Strangers, which just feels like a fucking sexy 80s jam. I don't know. I thoroughly enjoy that song a lot. I think The verses are very well done, but then you get to that chorus, strangers. Oh my god, it's so good. I just want to dance around every time I hear it. But then they bring in the epic power metal right after that section. It's like, all right, cool, why not? And one thing that Dragonforce, especially some of their early albums, it was all about the guitar work and just craziness. I'm not saying, the vocals were obviously there, they were great. But yeah, they really brought the shred of look what we can do sort of thing. Look at these crazy riffs. Look how fast we can play. Look how many notes we can play per second sort of shit. And it was like, all right, it can get a little tiring. But I feel like as time has progressed, they've kind of toned it down a little bit more. Strangers is one of those songs to me. There's really not a whole lot of shredding on that song. It's just a straightforward song with some cool riffs to it. And, maybe the shredding to some people is what makes Dragonforce stand out, and I definitely think that's a quality that they have. But they don't need it all the time. And I feel like when it's used here, it doesn't excite me a lot. I'm not discrediting their talent or anything. It's just shredding like that just doesn't get me all the time. But I like how they've, a little bit more focused on the riffs and the songs and the choruses. That's cool. And I feel like as time goes on, that's just what happens with Dragonforce. And then, the last thing I'll bring up, My Heart Will Go On, cover of Celine Dion. I'm like, all right, I heard that they were doing this. I'm like, that should be interesting. And man, they really make it their own. And it works so well. I never knew that song was secretly an awesome power metal song. Someone just needed to do it. So yeah, I'd like this album a lot. I mean, I think as a power metal album, it is exactly what it needs to be. And if you like that sort of stuff, you will absolutely have a great time listening to this. So honestly, a 9 out of 10 for me. This is one of my favorite albums of the year. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. See you guys later.